I wanted to do this workshop because I've seen the need to have all these principles and values of democracy in the classroom. Change the mindset of students so that it impacts their lives, it impacts the lives of their peers in the classroom, it impacts the home, spills over in the home, and of course in the long run, society. Our schools need that. Our boys and girls need to speak up. They need to let their voices be heard. They need to be shown the respect in terms of their own opinion, and students in the classroom need to respect the opinion of their peers. If we allow our boys and girls to just continue in school as they are going, without realizing, hey, there are others who think differently, and I must respect their views, then what would society be like? And by extension, Grenada. So I wanted that workshop. The Ministry of Education wanted that workshop. So that the way in which to, first of all, to bring an awareness to teachers, to bring a greater awareness as to what democratic citizenship education is all about, as to make some changes in the classroom and create democratic classrooms, create boys and girls who are able to think, express themselves, share their opinion, and things like that. Added to that, we know that there are some pockets of violence even in the classroom. Bullying is one of I would say, one of the issues that's on the rise in our schools in Grenada. And as a result of that, this new way of thinking and creating democratic classrooms can, I know that, we at the Ministry of Education do know that it can make changes in the lives of students. That is what we want. So if we get our teachers, first of all, to understand what democratic citizenship education is all about, and they can change the way they think and create a new sense in the classroom, we know that for our boys and girls, it will be better for their own thinking, their own personal development, their academic performance, and of course, in the long run, a complete change as to what our boys and girls, our society, our schools, our homes, and Grenada by extension can really be. We can do a bit more. I think that we still have some very important persons in the education sector whom we need to share this information with. For example, we have asked our teachers, the Ministry of Education has asked our teachers to go back and do staff development sessions, share the information they have gotten these past 2 days in the workshop. That's one. But we still need to get our principals together. And so have our consultants share the ideas with them. If we get all our principals, both primary and secondary, public and private together, and share that with them. Added to the fact that our education officers, our curriculum development officers at the Ministry of Education will be better for such a training as well.
I enjoy every bit. It refreshed me, and I think when I get back, I'm going to I will refresh my teachers in having undertaking a workshop on democratic citizenship, so that the teachers will be able to help the students to express themselves freely within the classroom, so that change will take place. They'll be able to change holistically. So that success will take place. Thank you.
I think the challenge I have and the other teachers is that sometimes they would impart the knowledge to the students at the school, and when they go back home, they're being taught otherwise. So for example, you would teach them fairness and tolerance and so, but when they return home within their communities and so, the parents would give them another slant of what tolerance and fairness and so actually is. So for example, you tell them you should not fight back. If a child hits you or so, you should report it to the teacher, and the parents would say, hit him back, and so on. This is one of the challenges I have. The tools I would need, or maybe strategies that can be implemented, is maybe having the PTA, Parent Teachers Association, come together to have maybe workshops for the parents to, educate them and so on.
Okay. Another challenge, for me, another challenge is the space. Because of the different method that you have to use to engage with people, the space sometimes is not sufficient. For example, the group, you want to do a particular type of grouping, the space is not enough.
Okay.
And also, the size of the classes. In some schools, for example, my school, the classes are larger, and time can also be a factor, because we have our timetable, and so then based on what you want to do, you have to move on. So time can also be a challenge.
What I think is because it was a very small amount of persons, teachers who would have done the course, many of the teachers within the school system do not have the know-how, they didn't get the information that we would have gotten. So we would like to recommend to the Ministry of Education, maybe we can be used as resource personnel to go around to the schools to actually help with the implementation of the democratic principles.
Okay, well, we are very interested in the education for democratic citizenship course because we were some of the first cohorts who the ministry had invested their time and we were in the pilot program. However, today's workshop would have reignite that spark that we had from that time, and many of us would like to go further in our educational status, where we might eventually reach our degree status in that field. And therefore we are recommending to the OS that we can get further accreditation for the program. And so my colleagues and I, that is our dream right now, we can take it further to the degree status and even masters as much as we can. Additionally, we as Grenadian teachers, I was thinking that maybe from the ministry point of view, they can use us as school of teachers to even write units and modules that can be used in the classroom for teachers, for the students. And we can use it as our curriculum. They can invest in that and, let it go wide. Because children now, a lot of conflicts in school, we have a lot of things. Children are being, bullied, they're discriminated against, low tolerance level, and all of that. So we really would like to implement the principles that we have learned today.